Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a video on how to knit sachet yarn, and the first thing I'm going to show you is 2 ways to hold it together when you need to stop knitting for some reason and you don't want to lose any stitches. So let's just say, for example, that you have like 4 stitches. I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just say you have 4 stitches. In this video, I'm going to do 6 stitches, but that just depends on how thick you want your scarf. So let's say I needed to put it down for some reason. What I could use is this little thing, and it's kind of like a big safety pin, and then you close it by putting that in there. So what I'm going to do is just slip my stitches onto it, and then just close it up, and then I can take my knitting needle off. And it's very secure. I've used these so many times and I've never lost a stitch. So that's the first way. The second way is, let's go back and just pretend that I have like 3 stitches. I can also roll this up and stick my needle into the ball of yarn, and then stick the other needle in, because I know that it won't fall off this end, because this end has this like hoop here, or this whatever this is, this metal thing, and I know it won't fall off this end because all my stitches will go right into the ball of yarn like that, and then I can just put it down wherever I want it to be. So that's another easy thing I can do. And let's get into the video. So when you first buy your yarn, it all looks like that. But what I like to do is just pull out like 5 to 7 feet of yarn and just like spread it out like this. And because for the sachet yarn, all you're going to be using is this top row right here. You're not going to be using any of this, because this is what makes it fluffy and beautiful. So you're only going to be using this top row, and you're not going to be using this row, because that's the like bottom of the scarf. That's what makes it really pretty. So just this top row. So I spread it all out like that, and then I can roll it up like this. So you always want to start with a couple stitches in, because as you can see, if I use this stitch, it'll just fall out. But if I don't know, like sometimes this stuff can come out. So I always use a couple stitches in like that, and it won't hurt if you have even more like that. And for this video, I'm going to be using this knitting needle. I don't know, this is size 8. People say that matters. And usually the ball of yarn will have a paper on it that'll say what size knitting needle you want. Honestly, I don't think it makes a difference. Sometimes the bigger knitting needles, you'll get bigger stitches, so your scarf will be looser. I prefer the thinner knitting needles. They go through the scarf, the fabric easier, or yarn, or whatever it is. So this is just the size that I'm using, and honestly, I never pay attention when I buy the size. I just look for what looks natural. So I'm just going to stick it straight through like that, and I'm going to always work, well, when you're putting the stitches on your knitting needle, you always work to the left. And then I'm going to wrap it towards me and stick it through. I'm going to skip this one, because this is the one I'm in. I'm going to skip this one and use this one. I'm going to put it towards me, stick it through. Then I'm going to skip this one, put it towards me, and stick it through. And I'm going to do that, and this is 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do that for 6. Skip, towards me, put it through. Skip, towards me, put it through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip, towards me, put it through. So now I have all my stitches, and I'm going to start the knitting process. So I'm going to give myself some yarn. Okay. Then I'm going to flip it and put it in my left hand. Now I'm going to take my other knitting needle, and I'm going to stick it through straight back like that. Then I'm going to skip this hoop, because this is the next one. I'm going to use this one. Then I'm going to put it over the knitting needle I just stuck through, and then pull the hoop through. Now I'm going to take this hoop, the one that's on my first knitting needle, off. And then I'm going to stick my second knitting needle through, and I'm going to go down here, and sometimes it gets tangled like that. This is the one that's on. This is the second one that I'm going to skip, so I'm going to use this one. I'm going to put it over my second knitting needle. Then I'm going to slip the second knitting needle through the hoop on the first, then pull the hoop on the first off. Stick it through. First, skip, third. Put the third one over the second knitting needle, pull it through, and pull it off. Through. First, skip, third. Oops. Put it over. Pull it through. Pull it off. Stick through. Find the one that's on, the one we skip, and the one that we use. Stick it over. Pull it through. Pull it off. Last time really slow. Through. On, skip, third. Put it over. Slip it through. Pull it off. So now I just did one row, and you can see that it went this way and then it wrapped around or something like that. Oh, it went this way and then it wrapped around this way. So for the first couple of rows, it's going to wrap like that, and it just does that, but then it'll start to build on itself. So now we're going to slip it into our left hand like so. Then we're going to do that with the second row. Here. Oops. That's the one that on. Sometimes it's hard with these. And through. On. Over. Through. Off. On. Over. Through. Off. So it's very simple. It's just 4 steps. First, you stick the needle through the hoop. Then you find the third hoop. If the hoops are, these hoops are pretty small, but if the hoops are bigger, you can just use the second one like that. But I prefer to use the third one. It makes them looser and easier to deal with. So this is the one that's on the knitting needle right now. This is the one we're skipping, and this is the third one that I'm going to put over the needle. Then I'm going to pull it through the pink one that I just put on, pull it through the orange. And then I'm going to take the orange one off this knitting needle, because now it's on this one. Slip it through the orange. Grab the pink. Pull it through the orange. Take the orange off. And that's the second row. So, and to make it build more, you can also like pull it a little bit. It doesn't usually work so well, but a little bit. So that's how I do that. And you just keep building. It takes, sometimes it just takes forever to make one of these, but it depends on how long you want it. This is 3 rows. This is 3 rows. Because the first one we just slipped it on, then we added another one, then we added a third one. So this is 3 rows. But it just takes forever to make these. So if you're pretty good, you can knit pretty fast. So like usually I just can go pretty fast because I figured it all out. I skipped 2 rows. But like, I mean, it just depends on how fast you can knit. And when I started about a year ago, I just was so slow. I could barely even do like 1 row in 5 minutes. It was insane. But, you just get faster, and then it just becomes kind of a habit, and you figure out your own little like ways to make it easier. So that's just how I do this. And then when I'm all done with it, I'll show you how I take it off the knitting needles. Once I finish this row. And I usually buy my yarn from, I used to buy it from Hobby Lobby, and then they discontinued carrying it. So now I kind of look around, I kind of check the Hobby Lobby online and see if they have it. And it usually costs me about $5 a ball, and the ball is much bigger than this when you get it. Usually make them for adults, but the ones that I make for me, if I were to make just scarves for teens or kids, I could make maybe 5 per ball. But if I make them for adults, I can make like 3. So the ball is pretty big. It's like this big. So that's just how you make it. And then I pull it out a little, and as you can see, it's starting to kind of get a little bit layered. But anyway, so when you just continue until you feel like you're done with your scarf, and then when you're done, I take this one and I start the row like I normally would, stick it through, but then I'm just going to take it off, and then I'm going to stick it through again and take it off, and then I'm going to take the first one and pull it over the second one. Then I'm going to grab another, take it off, take this one, pull it over, grab another, take it off, take this one, pull it over, grab another, take it off, take this one, pull it over, grab another, take it off, take this one, pull it over. So now I just kind of laced all of them together, and then I have 1 stitch left. And then what I usually do is I take, where's this yarn coming from? I take like about that much, and I cut it there, and then I slip it through this hoop. I haven't cut the yarn obviously, but if I slip it through this hoop, I can tie a little knot with this yarn, and then it just makes a nice clean finish, in my opinion. And then yeah, so I just cut it. I wouldn't cut it like there, because then all you have is like 1 inch of fabric to tie the knot. So I'd cut it like over here, because then you have like this much fabric to use to tie a knot, and like then you just tie the knot around this last hoop, and that's it. So I can kind of show it. I haven't cut it, but I can kind of show it. You kind of just go like that, and then obviously it'd be cut there, so then you would just tie a knot there like that. I don't know, that's not super helpful. And then the knot won't show, because once you're wearing it, it'll get all like in the scarf like that. That looks really bad. Usually there's this weird little loop here, and like honestly, I don't have a lot of suggestions for that. That's just going to be there, but it kind of falls over the scarf like that, and then it looks like part of the scarf. So then that's what I would do, and that's how I finish my scarves. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and have a great day. Hi guys, so I just want to show you some ways that you can wear this scarf. And my friend made this one for me, and it's very long, but normally what I do is sometimes I just like twizzle it. I don't know if that's not a word, is it? And then I just wear it like that, but as you can see, that's pretty long. So another thing you can do is just wrap it around like that. These are just some basic ways, and then kind of do that, and, you know, it's kind of cute. Another thing that I do is, well, normally my scarves are not quite as long. This one doesn't work as well because this one's so poofy, but you can just fold it in half, so there's a hoop at the top here, and then you wrap around and put this hoop through the hoop. And I have these weird braids that are messing up. Okay, so then that's what that looks like, and that's pretty, it looks weird with this tank top on, I know, but this one's pretty, like thick and poofy, but it's cute, you know, and it works with long sleeves better than with tank top, but you know, it's summer. And then, so that's it, and I just want to show you what this looks like. This is what the stitches look like. That's probably really hard to see, isn't it? Here, that's better. This is what the stitches look like. as you can see, and then it just folds over. And then she ended hers, she sewed hers, so I don't know exactly how she did that. I think she just pulled a thread through each of the 6 hoops and tied it. So that's a really, really nice way to do it. But yeah. So this is the finished effect, and it's so cute. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up. I might have said this a couple minutes ago, but please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and have a great day.